I'm broke as fuck. You know, I live like most people, paycheck to check or credit card to check. I don't know where that money's going to come from. That's a hell of a lot of money. I'm extremely poor. You hear everyone saying they're poor after they just spend a bunch of money. Well, that's that. I'm lucky to have some money. So that's that. I mean, I wouldn't say lucky. Sometimes it feels like a curse. But I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm not like a Trump. I'm not going to care. You can threaten my family. You can threaten people around me. I've been pushing those people away. Been pushing everyone away because I know where this all ends. And I know what needs to be done. And I don't want them involved in it one bit. And I know how these Jewish elite, synagogue of Satan, these demons in this earth, I understand how they're going to operate. And I think they understand just as well how I operate. They've been watching me long enough to know. It's just in their head. Am I playing a game? Is this all just a charade? Am I willing to do what I say, or am I just a loudmouth who talks a lot? Apparently, I don't talk enough to even fucking develop my vocal cords. So, I don't think that's the right answer. I don't think I'm just a loudmouth who talks a lot. Do I say shit and not do it? Sometimes I might. There's a lot of shit I want to do. Can't help it. And sometimes I'm lenient. But I'm not going to be lenient about all this shit. And if people around me who have fostered my life, come into my life, trying to change that, you'll become the enemy. That's happened. I believe that person in my life was a Fed, but they were my lover and they became my enemy, as they would tell me things like, you can't control this country. I mean, I mentioned this stuff a long time ago. I wasn't sure how serious I was. I know I'm like a loose end. I'm a bad thing for this movement as much as I am a good thing. They can use me to scar you guys, but they're scared to. I can tell you they're scared to scar your movement with me. There's something, whether they're scared to do it now and they're holding it off for later, they've been reserved about coming after me. And I've given them plenty. I've made myself look like a fool. I've made myself belligerent, even more than I am naturally. Don't get wrong. I'm not telling you that some of these things wouldn't be true if they levied them against me. They have truth they could levy against me. Some of that truth, though, exposes them as people who have been illegally in my life and acting like they're my family while keep preventing me from having an actual family, a lover, you know, a female. And let me tell you, if I get into a position of power and I can investigate those people and I find out that, there will be a lot more hell to pay than what I'm already talking about doing. But these people, so many charges can be leveled against all of them. The only problem I'm having here is $5,000. I think it's $5,000 to fill out these forms, because you got to be rich to get to run for American president. And the you know, they're going to come out with some blackmail shit. And they would, if I can get, you know, those forms, the fee for those forms paid, then they'll come out with, like, trying to imprison me. That's their logical step. And I don't think anything else. Attacking my character is not a very intelligent thing to do, because my life is pretty secretive. And you start attacking, when you attack me, I don't have it. The gods have these traps set up for other people, and I didn't control my life. Not at all. Not at all. Hardly. Hardly is maybe the more accurate word, but not at all feels accurate sometimes. But I'm not being serious. Unlike Trump, loudmouth banker, whose family is the blood of the elites, I can't tell you who I am and who's around me. I don't trust those around me enough to tell you who I am through their words, and plus people don't really know. But I can tell you, I don't care. And going after these people would just be as easy as me writing a pen. Although I'd like to be involved in some of the action. I think these military boys turning into men and women, I think they'd like in some of the action too. And they signed up to fight for their country. I know exactly who to fucking fight. You want to be free. Be free of these terrorist media outlets controlled by the synagogue of Satan. Be free of the government that has been subverted by the synagogue of Satan. And be free of all their mind traps. I'm not making this video to say you need to go out and start using opiates. It's a great drug. Hopefully no one walks away thinking now it's safe to go use opiates. I didn't even attempt to educate you on how to use a drug properly. I'm just telling you that this is a scam. It's part of their system of death and enslavement. And I'm offering you guys a solution. Be honest. If you guys back that solution, they won't. I think, as I've seen other people say, anyone who sees someone on the TV, you see them getting famous on the YouTube, they're not. They're not real. They're them. That's a good bet. That's like saying if you just took a dump, it might smell bad. It's gonna smell bad. Hey, your shit doesn't always stink. But it probably is. It's a good standing point that you don't want shit on your shoes because it's going to track through the house, be some bacteria, and it's a waste matter, and it's going to stink up the house. It's a good bet. It's not a bad bet to think that if you can make it to the TV, they'll let you on. I've only done it once. Now, I'm going to push it this year. Unless things get in the way. Things get in the way, and I'm sorry. If I end up sick for months and stuff, I do take drugs to mask that. I take drugs for pain. It doesn't matter whether I take drugs for anything. I can obtain any sort of medication or drugs. I can get natural drugs. I have plenty of natural stuff. Just bought some magnesium supplements today. And you know who you are, who told me I should try those out. So, thanks to you. I'll try that out and see if that makes the ticker hurt a little less. But I'm being serious. I made the video foolishly, but I had to get it out there. I'll run the shit out of this country. And I'll run it eventually in a way to where everyone in the government can't do anything. We'll reverse tons of these laws, and then we'll make it so all they can do is fight, and there's no real way they can change it. Repurpose the military to protect America, and at the same time, bring back militias, if they're proper people, and have them basically fighting a constant state of battle, and then no real way for them to change anything once we get rid of tons of laws in the books. But has been a long video. Not just about the topic at hand. As always, off topic a little bit. But all this stuff needs repeated a lot. And it almost always all ties back in each other. As you can see, the opioid epidemic ties straight into the wars for global domination. Or so we're told. It ties into the lies of the wars for global domination. It ties into the Mossad agents who own Hollywood. It all keeps linking back together, doesn't it? You can see that. I'm trying to show you. It's all there. And it's easily dealt with. But you have to remove the criminal structure that is protecting itself. That's kind of a hard part. I'm not sure how hard that's going to be. We don't know until we work for it and we do put someone in office. Now, you know, with Trump, you were just sold out. You know that. They made that hard because they controlled every single candidate on TV is one of their bloodline. And none of them were being honest, really. If you want me to lay it out, I even get I can lay out Sanders lying about Zionist control, and I can lay out the libertarians just being fucking idiots. One of them's only platform basically was legalizing weed, and when he's talking about legalizing weed, he's talking about the legalization going on now, which is just the government's ready to fucking put you in a eugenics camp. And the eugenics system, psychology and stuff. So, things are going to stay the same until people decide to change it. As you can see, I've not asked for money. I'm not asking for a regular campaign. I don't think that's possible. I think word of mouth is the only way we're going to be able to do this. And they've already got it staged. They've already got the stage set to shut down the free speech on the internet completely. Google's algorithm's been changing. Did a video on that. Haven't released it. Wanted to redo it. But it is what it is right now. There's only a couple of ways out of it. I'm offering you guys one of those solutions. I won't turn my back on people. I have no allegiance to people. Who am I gonna turn my back for? Someone in my past who thinks that they have some leverage over me. Anyone in my past, I could just give a few bucks and they're gone. I'm not like Trump. I don't feel I got this family I need to take care of. I don't feel like I have millions of dollars I owe anyone. I could just take a small portion. In fact, if I were to be put in a position, one of the first things I would do is all friends who've ever helped me would get paid back for helping me. People have helped me. Sorry. I'm not sure if everyone gets helped in this world, but people have helped me here and there. And those people get money. They don't get allegiance. Allegiance comes only to one thing, and it's not in this world. Nothing in this world gets, my loyalty for sure. You can trust me and all that. But at the end of the day, my allegiance does not come to anything in this material world. Not even myself. I prefer to question myself. So, whatever. I'm not asking for a normal campaign. I have no idea how to do that, and that requires hiring people who are part of the system and only care about how the system works. And I don't care. I've got things. If you want things to be different, I figure let's just make it all different. It doesn't have to be anything at all like these other things. But at the end of the day, you can make the argument, I'm just buying into the fact that you can vote. No, not at all. I'm the first one telling you that the voting is rigged on 8 levels. You can count the ballots. Doesn't matter. I already told you before it was rigged through the media. There's other ways too. I can't see everything. Like I said, none of this stuff's done. One purpose, one way. Safety nets are in place, and logical thinkers are behind them. I don't think the elections are real. I think they're rigged on many, many levels. I think it's just a show. And I think that the only way to expose this show is by doing this, you know? So, don't mean to get your hopes down. That definitely might make some people less willing to participate. But it's got to be done. It's got to be shown that everyone they're allowed on TV is fraud and a fake. And who knows? Maybe they'll show us something else, right? Yeah, because that's real. Bullshit. All right. Anyways, though, I'll see you guys.